I think by looking at my channel, you can tell that I like TF2 items. But realistically, if we break it all down and think about it for a second, do TF2 items even matter? Do they really change your game? Do you really need to worry about having the nicest hats or the nicest looking weapons? Or is it bad if you do want to get nice stuff and flex your hard work trading just a little bit? I'm going to answer all of those questions today. Really quick though, if you're not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, I'd really appreciate it if you scroll down and click it real quick. It means a lot. Also, this video is sponsored by quicksell.store. They are an online trading website with a huge inventory of stuff that you can trade for, which is really nice, and sometimes you can even buy stuff in that site for around buy orders, which is quite rare and you don't normally get to do that. There is also a giveaways tab where every single week they give away an unusual, so definitely make sure you check that out. And the site is fully automatic, so you don't have to be trading with actual people, and you can trade at pretty much any time of the day that you would like to. The link will be in the description. Definitely go and check them out. They are a really awesome site. I've used them before in the past. Definitely recommended. Okay, so for me, I feel as though items have always been quite split down the middle in the Team Fortress 2 community. You have some people like me who have dedicated hours of their lives to trading and trying to get some really nice items they can use in servers and wear on their classes. And then you've got everybody else who doesn't really bother with them, or maybe only goes out and buys the ones they actually want. And, you know, they don't trade for it, or they don't care too much about them. If you look at items and their uses, and you'd look objectively as to what they actually do, you will see that having a special quality of item or an unusual cosmetic or anything like that generally doesn't do anything that really affects your gameplay in the slightest. Unusuals don't really add anything to the game for you, but you know you're wearing a hat with a really cool particle effect on it. Maybe some people will be able to see you like easier across the map if you've got one, but it doesn't affect how you play, I guess. Just like having a really expensive vintage weapon, it doesn't change how that weapon works or what that weapon does. It just costs a little bit more and is a different color on the item screen. Some people like that whole aspect of it, and some people honestly just couldn't care less. And like the trading community has its own like little subcategory of TF2 players, almost with, like I said before, people dedicating hours and hours to be doing that. I love the fact that in TF2 there's collectible stuff that, even though it doesn't really change the game at all, anyone who is in the know about an item thinks you're cool. Or maybe they don't think you're cool, but either way, they respect the fact that you've got a certain item. It's like going to a car meet and somebody pulls up in a really, really nice car. You might not think the person driving it is very cool, but you respect the fact that they've managed to get themselves a car like that. It's basically the same with items, even on a smaller scale most of the time. So if you have a nice item, you know you've got something pretty special in your hands. But on the flip side of that, these items don't actually do anything, so a lot of people will ask kind of what's the point in having them. I definitely get a lot of that in my comment sections and stuff, and just people talking about it in the community. A lot of people don't really get the hype about items, which is completely fine. Some items cost a lot of money, and if it doesn't change the game in the slightest for you, why fork out? Or why spend so much time trading to get an item that doesn't do anything when you can spend that time just playing the game normally and actually, you know, doing what you meant to do in the video game? Both of these viewpoints are unique, and neither of these opinions is wrong. I love TF2 for this, just the same way I really like this element in CSGO as well, and any other game that has collectible items that you can trade with. I like that a lot. There's something so huge in the culture of the video game, in the cosmetics and the items, but there's multiple ways that that gets perceived by people in the community, and to me that's honestly really, really cool. To answer the question I asked in the video title, no, items don't actually matter that much. You can play TF2 completely fine with no cosmetics, no special quality of items, and you'll have just as good as an experience as somebody who is using those special quality items and unusuals and making all of their cosmetic sets and stuff. Maybe they'll spend more time doing that, but you spend more time actually playing the game, and at the end of the day, TF2 is a video game. You can play it however you want. There's no right way to do it. I spent a lot of time in the past trading and trying to get nice items, and now I feel as though I have most of what I want. I don't really worry too much about other items or how much stuff I have. I like what I've got, and there's not much else I'm going to stress myself about getting, you know? I mean, back then, trading is all I wanted to spend my time doing. I wasn't too interested about playing the game too much. I did still play a fair amount, but trading items was most of what I wanted to be doing. And a couple of years on, I have all of the items I want, and my content has changed. I don't really want to trade as much anymore, and that's pretty much worked out perfectly for me. It's also not as like black and white as I'm making it sound in this video, because you can not really care that much about items, but have a certain amount of items that you like, and maybe you've even gone out and bought them with real money yourselves because that's just the easiest way to get it, and you've got a bit of money, you've got a job or something like that, so it makes a little bit of sense. But like outside of the items that you've bought, you don't really care too much about what other people are using, having an unusual or having like the best quality of an item. You just like what you like and what you've got. And you can kind of be on the side of you like items, but you don't really care too much about owning all of them. Again, something I really enjoy, because even in both sides, there's a load of different ways to look at it. I think I'm just a bit weird though. But anyway, let me know in the comments, what do you think about TF2 items? Do you like them? Do you try and trade and get more of them? Or do you just play the game and not really stress too much about them? I'd love to hear in the comments what you think, and hopefully I'll be replying to some of you guys as well. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching the video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure you leave this video a like, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're new. It would mean a lot to me, and I'll see you all tomorrow with another video. Goodbye.